Hello, and welcome back to another in our series of word studies in English. Today we will be looking into the word look. If you have been hanging around people who speak English, you have probably heard them use the word look a lot. Am I right? And yet it seems that their intended meaning is all over the place. Have you found it difficult to grasp all of the different ways that people use look? Well, you've come to the right place. We are going to go over many of the ways and give some examples for each way so that you can get an idea of how to use the word properly. The first use is probably the most common use, and that is when we talk about looking at something. It is the act of looking at something with your eyes to see something. I looked out the window at the beautiful mountains. I looked out the window at the beautiful mountains. I like to look out over the lake. I like to go to the museum to look at all the exhibits. Now, there is something that we probably should point out here while we're talking about looking at things. And it is quite important. Everything changes if what you are looking at is moving or changing. We don't say, I like to look at TV, or I like to look at the soccer game, or I like to look at the sunset over the lake. Have you ever wondered why that isn't the proper use of look? Well, here's the trick. Here's the key. Even though we are still looking at whatever is happening or is out there in front of us, the trick is if what we are looking at is moving or changing a lot. And if it is, then we change the word from look to watch. Watch. I like to watch TV. I like to watch movies. I like to watch the sun set. I like to watch the soccer game. And that's the big difference. If things are changing in front of us, moving, the pictures are moving like in a movie or TV, or the sun is going down over the lake. It's moving, right? So we watch the sunset move and change and go down. You can say, I look at the sunset, but people will know that you're probably just learning English when you say it that way. So to try and become more fluent in English, it's a good idea to learn these little tricks. When things are moving, we say we are watching them move. We're not looking at them move. We're watching them move. We are looking, but as we look, we're watching the movement, so to speak. So when things are moving, remember to say watch. If you're just looking at something that is completely still, like the mountains or the lake, it's not moving, then we say, I look at the mountains. I look at the lake, because it's not moving. You can use it almost as a command in some situations, or perhaps an invitation. You can use it to tell or ask someone to look at something. Look at that beautiful swan floating on the water. Or look at this photo on my phone. You're inviting them to look, or you're, in some cases, commanding them to look if it's urgent. Look out! Another way that you will often hear the word look used is when someone is searching for something. When my wife sees me looking around the house here and there, she'll often ask me, "Are you looking for something?" Yes, I will say, "I'm looking for my keys," or "I'm looking for my wallet." I'm maybe late for work, but before I can go out the door, I need my keys, right? I need my wallet. And so I'm searching, I'm looking for my keys or my wallet. And if I'm really late, I might even ask her, "Can you help me look for my keys? Can you help me look for my wallet?" Another common way that we use look is to help us describe the way things appear to us. I might say to my daughter, "You don't look very well. Are you okay?" Or, "You look very tired this morning. Did you stay awake reading your book last night? You look tired." I might say to my wife, "You look very pretty today." Or, "You look beautiful in that dress." Or, "You look great." You look great. You could say to someone, "You look sad. Are you okay?" Or, "You look angry. You look frustrated." You can even say, "Oh, you look hungry." You're telling them how they appear to you, how they, or even how things seem to you. You've probably heard the song, "It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas." What does it mean, look like Christmas? Well, here in Canada, we might see the snow starting to fall. We might see people putting up their Christmas lights. We might see people bringing home trees to put up in their home, putting wreaths on their door. And we see all of these things and we say, "Oh, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas." Or you've probably heard someone say, "It looks like it might rain today." They're looking out, they're seeing some dark clouds. It looks like it might rain today. Maybe you should take your umbrella. Or, "It looks like a really nice day out." It looks like a nice day out. Should we go for a walk? Or, these days it looks like we won't be able to go anywhere this summer. The price of airfares, the price of gasoline is so high. How can we afford? It just looks like we're not going to be able to go and do anything this summer. Or you may have heard people saying this, "Looks like the price of food is going up again." It looks like, it seems as though, it just feels like it's really going up. Look can also be used to help you say things or talk about things that look the same. They look similar. Like you may say, "Those two people, they look a lot alike. They must be brothers." Or, are they twins? Or we might see a mother-daughter sitting together and, we talk about the daughter and say, look at the daughter. She really looks like her mother. They're very similar in the way they look. She looks like. You might go to the art gallery and this week they're displaying all of the artwork of one artist. And after you walk around a little bit, you might say, all of the paintings in the gallery today look alike to me. They look the same. to me. Maybe that artist just has one style, and all of his paintings look very similar. They look alike to me. Or someone who likes to do puzzles might say, the hardest part of putting a puzzle together is the sky. All of the pieces look alike. Or the poster at your group might say, on the wall there, it might say, the party next weekend is a look-alike contest. Come dressed as your favorite celebrity or the celebrity that you think that you look like. And the idea is that you get yourself dressed up to look like a famous person. And so it's a look-alike contest. And the one who has the best look or the closest look to the real celebrity will win the prize. That's a fun party to go to. Let's move on. Here's an interesting one. You hear it in interviews a lot, a speech maybe of a politician. Someone, as they start their big statement, will say, look, I want to be very clear. Look, I want to be very clear. What does it mean? Where are we supposed to look, you might wonder? Well, in this case of the use of look, the speaker is simply asking us to listen carefully to what they are about to say and think about it carefully. Your boss at work might say, look, you have missed 3 days of work already this month. Is everything okay with you? Here, look is being used to kind of communicate the idea, stop for a moment and hear what I have to say, because I think it's important. Look, consider what I have to say. I want you to think about it. Look, you've missed 3 days this month already. What's going on? Look. It means to, in this case, pay attention to what I'm about to say. Look here. I have something important to say. Stop what you're thinking about and listen to me. Look, it's important. Look. Have you ever heard someone say, she gave me a dirty look? A dirty look. What does it mean? How can a look be dirty? Well, no matter what language you come from, you probably have people looking at you sometimes in a certain way, trying to send you a message just with their facial expressions, or maybe their body language combined with their facial expression. They're just sending you a certain look. They're trying to send you a message by the look that they give you, they send to you, just the way their face looks. They're communicating to you in what we say a non-verbal way. They're not saying anything, but they're trying to send you a message just by their look or by their body language. It could be maybe a long stare. And that's sending a look. The stare might have some anger in the face. And that's a look that you're sending. That would be a dirty look. Maybe they've got their hands on their hips. A dirty look. A look of disapproval or disgust. But there can be other kinds of looks. It doesn't always have to be a dirty look. There's many different kinds of looks. It can be a friendly look. It can be a kind look. Approving looks. A thank you looks. Lots of different looks that you can send nonverbal messages to your friends just by looking at them. All right, well, let's move along now and think about what can happen when we include a couple of words together, or maybe just one word together with our word look, because that can really change the meaning. And it's important to understand it. If you're just learning English and people use a phrase that has the word look in it, you might be really confused unless you know some of these meanings. For example, what do you think I mean when I say, "Sorry, I can't meet you at the mall tonight. I have to stay home and look after the kids"? Look after the kids. Look after. Does it mean that instead of joining you for some fun and games at the mall, that I've decided that I want to stay at home and just keep looking at the children? Just spend my whole evening looking at the children, looking after them. No, it's more than that. When I say that I need to look after the kids, it means more than just watching them play. It means that I need to be there. Maybe my wife has another appointment, so I need to be there to be the responsible adult, to look after them, take care of them, to feed them, to protect them from any danger, just be there to make sure that they don't get into any trouble, maybe make sure that they get to bed on time. I need to look after the kids tonight. What if you invited a friend to go to the beach on the weekend, and they say, "Oh, yeah, I'd like that. In fact, I'll really look forward to it." They're going to look forward to it. What do they mean? They're going to look forward to the beach. They're going to look forward to the time together at the weekend. What are they talking about? They are communicating the idea that they are already enjoying the idea of going to the beach. As they think about it and think about how much fun it'll be, they're starting to visualize it. They're letting you know that they're looking forward to that weekend with a lot of excitement and enthusiasm, and they can't wait. They're looking forward to that time together that you'll have at the beach. If you're walking down the street together with a friend and one of them says, "I'm just going to go into that store and look around." Look around. What are they saying when they say that they're going to look around in the store? Well, it simply means that they've seen something about maybe the storefront that intrigues them, and they just want to go and check it out. They want to go in and look here and there to see if there's anything they might be interested in. They want to look around all over the store just to kind of become familiar with that store and see what they offer, see what kind of sales that they might have on, and check it out. They want to go look around. If while they're doing that, and the shop clerk comes up and says, "Can I help you? Is there anything that I can do to help you find something?" Well, the person might say, "No, that's okay. I'm just looking. I'm just looking." What does it mean? I'm just looking. Well, basically it means I don't have anything in particular that I'm searching for or looking to buy today. I'm just here, just looking around. I have a few extra minutes and I just wanted to look around, see what you have. We have a term for this in English. We say, "Let's go window shopping." Window shopping. Does it mean that we're shopping for windows? No. It just means that even though we don't have any money in our pockets, or even though we don't have any intention of buying anything, let's still go down to town and look in the windows of the shops to see what they have on display. That's called window shopping. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you will just stay outside on the sidewalk and just look into all of the windows. You could actually go inside as well and look around at some of the things in the store and still call it window shopping. You're not serious about buying anything. You're just looking, right? What does it mean when someone says, he's really good looking? Good looking. Does it mean that they are very good at looking at things and seeing things? That they're really good about seeing things and describing them? No. In English, this term simply means that someone looks very beautiful. He's very handsome. He's very attractive. Or she really has good looks, someone might say. Good looks. She has good looks. It simply means she's very pretty. She's beautiful. She has good looks. Look out is an interesting phrase to consider. Usually we use it to warn somebody of danger, right? Look out for that tree, George. We might say when somebody is driving or maybe riding on their bicycle and they're not watching where they're going and they're about to run into a tree. Look out for that tree, George. And look out for that pedestrian that just stepped out into the street. Look out. Look out for the boss. She is angry and she's coming for you. It is a signal of danger. Get ready. Get prepared. Stop. Look out. A lookout can also refer to a person as a noun. He's a good lookout. It's a person who has been assigned to be at a certain station, usually higher up, and their job is to look around and keep an eye out. They might have even binoculars for any danger that might be coming, or maybe the enemy. They might be in the military, and it's their job this evening to be the lookout, to watch for any enemy that might be sneaking into the camp. And so they are the lookout. That's their assigned duty for the evening. What does it mean when someone says, I really look up to my boss? Or maybe the president of the company. I really look up to Mr. Jones. Does it mean that they are, kind of short, and whenever the boss or the president comes into the room, they have to look up? Is that what they mean? I really look up to my boss. I really look up to the president. Well, if they are short, and they do have to physically look up at their boss or the owner of the company, it could mean that. But usually when someone says that they really look up to somebody, it means what they're saying is they really admire that person. They respect that person. They want to be more like that person. They really look up to the boss or the president. Now, if we drop the two and just say, look up or look it up, it takes on a whole different meaning altogether. You've probably heard someone say, well, why don't you look it up in the dictionary? Look it up. Well, how can we look it up in the dictionary? Well, it's a little bit different than, looking at the mountains or looking at the lake. It's different. You open a book and you might have to turn the pages and look and keep turning the pages and looking it up. Or someone says, why don't you look it up online? Look it up online. Look up simply means to investigate or research something, or find something out by looking at a reference material, either a book or searching the internet. Look it up. I'm going to look up that word. I'm going to look up that phrase on the internet and see what I can find out about that word. And that's actually a good way to study English too. In addition to, going to night classes, in addition to taking lessons online like what we're doing here at our channel, it's a good idea to start reading a lot of books on English and using research materials like a dictionary, a thesaurus, or using the tools that are on your computer for looking up the meaning of words. Go to the internet, look up the meaning of words and how they can be used. For example, in researching for this particular lesson, I looked up a lot of different websites and got some ideas from many different websites. And it helped me prepare this lesson by doing some research by looking up the word look on the internet. Another way to use look when we are investigating something is to say, I'm going to look into. I'm going to look into. It's like saying, I'm going to do some research on this subject. Was this earth created by a higher being, a higher power, or did everything naturally evolve? I'm going to look into it. I'm going to study it. I'm going to research that question, investigate it. Why did so many people die of COVID while others hardly had any symptoms? I'm going to look into that. I'm going to research it. I'm going to investigate. I need to know the answer. What does it mean to look down on someone? You've probably heard this. Oh, my aunt, she really looks down on people. She's really mean. Does it mean that their aunt is a really tall person and she's always having to look down at people when she walks around? And why does that make her mean? Well, no, what they're trying to say, she could be a tall person and she might have to actually look down on people. But when people say my aunt is always looking down on people, it usually means that they think that they're better than everybody else. They might have gone to university and got a doctorate degree, or they might be very rich. So they think they're smarter, or they're more attractive, or they're richer than everybody else. And so as they go around in their life, they're always looking down on others who haven't been able to achieve as many things as they have been able to do in their life. And so they have developed this attitude that, oh, why can't people just become as smart as me? Why can't they work hard and get as rich as me? And so they're always looking down on people for not having worked harder in their life. Well, those are some of the many different ways that you can use look in English. Can you think of any that I missed or that you have a question about? In another lesson, we might talk about words that are similar to look, like to see, to stare, to glance, to glare, to inspect, to watch, view, to spot, to gaze, to scan, to peer, to eye someone, to examine, to make out. And so if finding out about all of those different ways that you can look sounds interesting to you, let me know in the comments below and I'll make a lesson about that. I hope that you have a great day out there. So long for now. Likes and shares help out our channel a lot as we're trying to get this brand new channel off the ground. Subscribing, of course, will help you find other lessons that we have produced. And so if you want to see some more, be sure to subscribe. The best way to get serious about learning English is to get our phone app. We're working on it right now, and as soon as it is ready, I'll put the link for the phone app in all of our lessons. There's a little, right below the video here, you'll see a section called description. And that's where we often put a lot of information about the video. So be sure and check that out. As soon as this app is ready, we'll let you know how to get that. I believe it will be called, I think we've already registered the name, Study English with Us. And so when it's ready, all you have to do is go to your phone, whether it's an Android or an iPhone, and type in the search Study English with Us, and our app should come up. So you can find us that way as well. It should be ready sometime in June of this year, 2022. All right, I'll be looking for you in our next lesson when we will look into the word like. It looks like it will be a good lesson to look into. So long for now.